Okay, grade 11s. Today we're going to be doing this drawing over here. This should help you with, I believe, page 34 in your workbook. But yeah, so basically let's just get started. So this is obviously a perspective drawing. These drawings are relatively easy. A lot of people find them difficult just based on the fact that there's a lot of technical ways to get certain measurements. But I promise you with practice, they do become very easy. So let's just get started. The basic rules we know is whenever we try to get our left vanishing point and our right vanishing point, we always need to take the angle of the house or whatever building sitting on our picture plane. So here we see it's an angle of 60 degrees. So from our SP point over here, this is going to be very, very difficult because my line is a bit too short. So let's just do that and then I'll bring it up. You're going to make a line to your picture plane like that. And then once you've done that, you're going to bring that same line down onto your horizontal line, which will give you your right vanishing point. On this side over here, okay, just like this over here. And if you bring it down to your SP point and you bring it up like that, and now we're going to have to do it again, just to make 100% sure that we bring it down once again, we are going to have our left vanishing point. Okay, first step done and dusted. All right, so now the next part or the next rule is whenever part of the building or part of the object that you're drawing is touching the picture plane, that line goes straight down onto the ground line. So this line here is touching that line, so we're going to bring it straight down onto the ground line. And then we've got this line over here, which is also going to go straight down onto the ground line. Okay, so you've got two lines like this so far. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to get our lines for our walls. So the reason why we're starting with the walls is because if you have a look here at your roof, there's no overhang, so it's in line with the walls. So we're going to draw it as such. All right, so first things first, we are going to take this here to our RVP like this, back like that, and we know it's going in this direction. Okay, that's why we take it to the RVP. What we are then going to do is we are going to bring the back measurement, which is this one here, line it up with the SP points and bring it down onto your picture plane. And then from there, you're going to bring that point down. Okay, so you can have a light line going up like that because you obviously still need to get the height. So you're going to grab the height here. Remember, whenever you're getting a height, it needs to touch one of these lines that are touching the picture plane. So our height is going to land up over there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this measurement as well to our RVP. So it should look like that. And basically, this one is not going to be solid, sorry. Let's just fix that quickly, my apologies. It is going to be a light construction line. So let me just fix that real quick. Okay, there you go. So basically we can make this part of the house solid, not that line. So we can make this line solid, and this line solid as well. Okay, this is not exactly the same as your workbook page. This one's a little bit different, but it will still help you with your workbook page. I'm going to just assume that the rest you'll know how to do. I'm just going to help you with the basics. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're going to grab our middle point here, which is this point here. We're going to grab that down there. And before we even get started, let's grab this height line for this roof here. We're going to bring it onto our line as we've said we need to do. And then you're going to bring it to your RVP. Once it's at your RVP, you're going to take the point that you've brought down here onto that line. So it should land about there. And then you're going to connect it to your walls so that it looks like this over here. All right. So we are now going to do this part over here, back like that. And then we are going to get this part of the roof down so it ends over there. We're going to take it from this point here down here, okay? And we can make this part here solid. Okay, it should be like that over there. All right. We are now going to take this line back to our VP. So do you see how you basically get the ball rolling. And then once you've kind of started, all your kind of lines are already there. And you just have to grab a couple of points here and there. So like here, this point here, we're going to grab quickly. We're going to bring that point down. And then we are going to put that point on the line over here. We can now connect these points over here like this and like this. Okay. Now we can bring this line going straight down. I hope I'm not going too fast for you, so maybe I must just go a little bit slower. You're going to go from this bottom corner here to your LVP. You're going to bring the line across, and here you're going to make this line solid as well. Once you have done that, you're going to go backwards. So you're going to go to your RVP. You're going to draw a line. See how it touches the line over there. You're going to do the same over here. You can actually make it solid because it's not going to change. So here we've got a line that is not solid because of this here. So excuse me for being a bit silly. Okay, sorry, let's just make that line a light construction line for now, but this line here will definitely be a solid line. Okay, we obviously want to get the height for this little triangle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that height, we're going to put it on this line here, seeing as that's the line that we're using. So this wall lines up with this one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that to our RVP. We are then going to again take the line that was over here straight up because we obviously need that middle point. So basically what I mean is it's going to look like that. And then when you line it up, it will look like this. Okay, so there you've got this part of the house, as you can see. All right, we obviously want to get the rest of the house going in real quick. So in order to do that, we are going to have to do, we've got a wall here in line with the roof here. This is a chimney, as you can see. So this is probably where it gets a little bit more technical, but I promise you it's still going to be quite easy. So we're going to start off by just grabbing this bottom measurement here, this line. You're going to bring it to your LVP, and then what you're going to do is you're going to grab those points to your SP. So it should land over there. And then, actually, before we even do that, let's take this point here from our LVP. I'm going to bring it across like that. And then we're going to take this measurement here and bring it down like that. All right, so we've got that measurement now. I'm not going to make that one solid yet, but this one is going to be solid because it's going from an angle. Okay, and then we can take this top one here as well. So like this over here, cross like that, and then we can obviously take this point here to our SP, so it should land over there. You're going to then bring it straight down onto your roof over there, and you can connect them. So far what we've got is this over here, except do not make this line solid. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here, which is quite silly of me, but anyways, just make a light construction line, just like that. Okay, so before we actually continue, we want to get these lines here. So the easiest way to do that is to make a line, a light little construction line going through this point here. That way you can see where these points are supposed to end. So for instance here, I'm going to bring that point down, and here we're going to bring this point down as well, so that it sits on our picture plane, and then we're going to bring those lines down. So there we've got a line, and there we've got a line. That's part of the roof, part of the slope as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these points to our LVP. So here and here as well. And then just to get the rest of the edge or the edge bits, you're going to take, you can take one measurement down. Actually, no, you're taking both down because it's not straight. So you're going to take both down. So these points here. You are then going to put it on the line we've just made. So here we'll have one point, and then over here will be the second point. So it should look like this. Okay, just make sure your lines are a lot lighter and neater, and then your building must be not the same color as your lines. Okay, so there we've got that. This we can actually make solid now. Okay, we know that the chimney starts from this corner of the roof here, so what you can do is you can bring it up, and then we are going to have to get the height line. So in order to do that, we're going to take this line here that we had. I have to put mine back. We're going to grab the height line of the chimney, which will be about here. Okay, you're basically going to, let's see if we bring it, no, you can bring it here. You're basically going to bring it back to your RVP here, right? And then where this roof line is, because we know it's in line with that roof line, you're going to bring it up, okay, just onto that point there, and then you're going to bring it back to your LVP. So basically you're just using points to get extra points, if that makes sense. From here, actually, let's bring that a bit further back. Okay, from here, which is the point we've just gotten, we are going to go to RVP and we're going to make a line like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to grab again our chimney measurement, which we do already have. It's over here. So then we're going to make that line solid. We can make that line solid as well. And then we can make the top solid as well. Then obviously we know we are going to take the points to RVP. So we're bringing that line back. We've already got this line back. So basically we've got the forward points here, which we're just going to bring up. And then we just need this back point here, which we'll bring there. So we've got this back point, which will go over there. Like that. And then we'll bring this point here up like that. Connect those two, and then you'll connect these 2 points at the back over here. Okay, so that should be what your chimney is going to look like. And then here we know there's a wall, but we're not really going to see it. So you're just going to bring that point straight back like that. We obviously do have a door that we need to get in. So again, we're going to take our height across to a line like that. Because the door is on this side here, we are then going to take that line across. We are going to grab the entrances of the door. It's our SP. So that line there and this line here. And then I'm also going to grab the thickness, which will be this points over here down as well. And then we're going to bring those points straight down. So here is the front of the door. So we can make a line over there. Here is the other line for the front of the door, which will make a line over there. We can obviously make a line at the top. We can make a line by the walls over here. And then we can bring a line going back to the RVP. And going to take our line over here, going down like that, like this over here. I would say you can take the back of the floor from this point back as well, okay? But sometimes they do change the floor, so I'm just going to do it like that because they don't actually show you where the floor starts, but sometimes they do have dash lines to show you where to take the line from. But if they don't, you just go from the corner, which is this point here, and you get the floor at the back. Okay, so I hope this helped you a little bit. That was kind of quick, but I hope that it helped you if you were struggling with some of this, with some of these perspective points that you need to be doing. So yeah, just let me know if there's anything else you need me to do, and I'll be happy to make a plan.